back to my channel. You're watching Las Vegas Shared Media. Today I'm going to be walking you through Walmart. There's a few things that I'm going to be pointing out along the way today. I really would like to know if you guys are also seeing this or noticing some of these things in your area as well as I point them out. You can either comment below and let me know if you were also noticing that, or maybe it's just here in Las Vegas. I think it's really important for me to be doing this because I don't notice a whole lot of people sharing the grocery stores here in Las Vegas per se. And I think it's really important that we kind of get an idea of what's happening in all the states around us. So if anyone would like to share updates on what's happening in their states, please do comment below or feel free to email me. I will post the email in the description box below if anyone's interested, and I would be happy to make a video or post it onto one of my videos and keep other people up to date on what's happening in your area. And so that way too, the Las Vegas residents who are seeing this can also keep up to date. Some people still don't quite understand fully what's going on, and we want to make sure that everyone gets an idea so they can prepare accordingly. So let's get into this. All right. Now, there is one thing that I want to point out when I first walked in the doors here at this Walmart. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this before when you walk in, but I was surprised when I first walked in Walmart and saw all the vegetables looked full. And I was like, wow. I was like, they're pretty stocked. This is amazing. I can't believe it. Because a lot of stores don't look that complete. And I walked a little bit further. And then when I went around the vegetables, that's where I noticed the problems. So what they did was they filled up the front with whatever, and I don't know necessarily where everything goes at this Walmart. I haven't hardly been there much in the last 2 years, but it looked fully stocked when I first walked in. It looked pleasantly full. And then I walk around some of the vegetables, and that's where I noticed a lot of the problems. And I got more pictures to show you that I thought I was going to get in the vegetables. And you'll see that as we go through here. But I want to notice if you guys had that same thought when you've walked into a store before. You're like, wow, this place is actually pretty full. And then you walk on the other side and you find out, oh, well, maybe not. I was wrong. And now you notice what they did. And it's kind of irritating because you know they're trying to hide this stuff from you and you don't think it's right. And it's, to me, it's not. But let's continue with the first photo. All right, in this first photo, you'll notice that things are a little kind of all over the place. You got the little snack tomatoes, a bigger bag of tomatoes, looks like maybe some avocados, and a couple different bags of potatoes. Normally when you walk into a grocery store, you do not see things kind of out of place like that or kind of scattered. But that's what you're seeing in this first photo. All right, and here we got your onions. Looks like a lot of shortages here in the onions. Different kinds of onions. Devin, how did you get in my photo? I tell you, these kids really love the camera. They are definitely not camera shy. But she is standing in front of the melons. And if you can't notice, there are quite a few empty spots in the melons. I did look at the watermelon. My daughter wanted to get some watermelon. They are a little pricey here, I think at $6.99. But I did notice the watermelon did not look that great, so I passed on the watermelon this time. All right, you guys. So I do try not to get anybody in my photos who may not want to be photographed. Unfortunately, I didn't notice I had a few in here, but it was so busy at Walmart, you just have no idea. I don't understand what has been going on like the last 2 weeks, but it was beyond busy. I couldn't believe how many people were in the store. It was almost like a Black Friday. What is going on? And are you guys noticing that too with the stores that you go to? And I'm not just talking about Walmart. It's at every store that I've been to. No matter what time of day, it was busy. I could go in the morning, busy. Afternoon, well, the kids are supposed to be in school, busy. In the evening, busy. What is going on? It's like no matter when I go to the store, it's crazy busy. What is up with that? I don't know if people are starting to wake up and they see what's going on, or were they in the stores because it's, you know, they're having really super good deals that maybe I missed. I don't know. But I just couldn't believe how many people were there, and it was so hard to get in and out. And I would like to do a video in these stores, but it is so hard when there are so many people in the stores. A lot of people already knew that I was taking pictures, and they were really respectful. They would wait for me to finish. They'd try to get out of my way. They were very polite. I do have to say that. A lot of the people didn't seem to be upset or in a hurry or angry or frustrated or scared. They were actually pretty nice, most of them. And so my experience overall with the people was really good. But another thing I want to point out was how messy the store looked. It was awful. Like, we're talking the floors looked like they hadn't been scrubbed in I don't know how long. And the shelves were messy. It's almost like they had been rummaged through, or it's a rummage sale. And not only that, but everything was out of place. It was so bad, it almost made me not want to go back there again. Even the self-checkout that I had to use, and I don't like using the self-checkouts. I'd rather go to a cashier and have them ring up my stuff. But somebody had spilt or had, I don't know, it looked like strawberry juice all over the self-checkout. And I had no choice but to use that one because I already waited in line a long time just to use the self-checkout. And that was the only one available. So if I wanted to leave, I had to use that one. Everybody else appeared to have full carts, so I don't know what was going on. I wanted to point that out. Okay, so now we got the tomatoes. You can see there was quite a bit of gaps in the tomatoes. So I don't know what's going on with the tomatoes, but here they looked especially bad. There wasn't much to choose from, as you can see. Alright, you guys, this is supposed to be your potatoes. There is a lot of shortages in the potato section. As you see, they tried to cover up some of the areas with other items like squash and some more tomatoes they had just thrown in there. They didn't appear to have. They were so busy trying to cover up the beginning of the vegetables when you first walk into the store. They had nothing left to fill the gaps on the other side of the aisles. And you can clearly see that here. Alright, here we are now at the bananas. Your bananas definitely do have some shortages, and I am actually seeing this all across the board, no matter where you go. Some do have more than others, but a lot of the times you will see this, unfortunately. I've noticed too, when you buy the green bananas, I don't know why that is, when you buy those sometimes, lately, not before, but you'll think they're not ripe, But then if you go and eat one before it's quite ripe, it actually is ripe already. And they never fully turn yellow. So you gotta be aware of that so that your bananas do not go bad on you, because that has happened to us, unfortunately. Alright, we are now at your ham. The ham, there was quite a bit of shortages here. A little messy, some things that looked a little out of place or didn't belong. Alright, now we are at your hamburger section. It kind of looks out of place here. They are missing a lot of beef products. You can tell just by how they have the hamburger section laid out. They got some of the 1-pounders on one side, then they got the 10-pounders, and they got some more 1-pounders, and so on. Alright, I just took this picture of the center aisle to show you that something else normally goes here, but to cover up the gaps, they went ahead and put your hamburger patties, more single steaks and stuff like that right here because they had nothing else to fill in this spot. Alright, so here is your peanut butter aisle. Now, your peanut butter actually looked a lot better than a lot of other places that I've seen. Yes, there are shortages. Yes, there are gaps. But I've seen sections of the peanut butter in other stores be much smaller and less to choose from. The one Skippy there, I did take a picture of that just to try to get you the price on there. But at Walmart, you probably won't see me take too many pictures of the prices because Walmart in Las Vegas tends to not have the products over the prices, the correct prices. So you'll have a price that doesn't go with that item, but you'll think that that price goes with that item. That's why you must read all the tags when you are at Walmart in Las Vegas. It's not at all stores, but Walmart here is famous for that. I've been in other states and their Walmarts are much more organized than that, but here in Vegas, they're not. Alright, here we are now at your cookies section. I'm going to have to say overall, this didn't look too bad. There was a few gaps, but plenty to choose from still, so that's good to see. Alright, here we are now at like your little Debbie's. And it didn't look too bad. A little messy over here in this section. Now, I saw a lot of messes in this store. I don't even think I got the really messy parts that I saw. But you will see some areas that are a little more messier than others. But overall, this section, though, didn't look too bad. Alright, here we are now at your noodle section. Now, your noodle section really did look picked over. Some areas, depending on the brand, look to be more fuller than others. Like, I think that's the Bustelo and the Great Value seem to be the most picked over. I would assume that's probably because they're the cheapest on the shelf, you know, and everybody's trying to save money. I get that. Me too. You know, I'm not exempt. But, yeah, your noodles definitely look like there was a lot of gaps. It was a little messy in this aisle as well. Alright, now we got your gravy packets. I wanted to try to get these in. I've had some people mention the gravies. I did want to make sure I got the pricing in of the gravies. Now, they didn't look too bad on the gravy. There was some areas where they were short. I think there was plenty of chicken. Pork has been getting more difficult to find, so I mean, if you need pork, if you use pork gravy, maybe pick some up. I did find some this round, but there's been times where I couldn't find pork. So, there you have it. At least you have an idea of what it's costing nowadays. Alright, so here we have your Macaroni and cheese. I think my daughter insisted I get a picture of this, and it was pretty picked over. I have actually seen macaroni and cheese in pretty short supply at other places. I also wanted to make sure I got the top shelf to give you an idea of what that's looking like. Now, I gotta say, I noticed a lot of top shelves really didn't, I mean, some didn't have anything on the top. A lot of the top shelving, there was nothing. And that's pretty much their overstock, so they can quickly pull it down and fill the shelves if they need. And they're pretty low on the top. So what does that tell you? But it looks like I got some of your, your raviolis and SpaghettiOs and stuff like that. That didn't look too bad, but there was some shortages as well. All right, here we are at your salsa. There's definitely some shortages in the larger salsa containers. Some gaps in your smaller containers, but overall it didn't look too bad. All right, here we are at your rice now. Your rice, especially the bags, did look pretty picked over, as you see. They even tried to fill some of the gaps by putting boxed rice there. The aisle itself was really picked over, really messy. But there were shortages in the cups and the boxes of rice. But overall, that portion didn't look too bad. Now at your Bush's baked beans. The Bush's baked beans didn't look too bad. It was pretty well stocked. One thing I do want to point out, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Bush beans, the price of that was $2.48 before all of this started, and it remains the same at $2.48. I thought that was interesting, and you don't see that very often, so I definitely wanted to point that out. All right, here you are currently looking at your fill in the gap aisle. It's got a little bit of everything. Your corn tortillas, your coffee, your bouillon, your tuna, your olive oil, your vegetable oil, your sugar. Just about anything you need might be found in this aisle. All right, here we are now at your chocolate section. What is a trip to the store, honestly, if you do not check out the chocolate? I used to buy it from here. Now I don't so much because I'm not going to pay $5 for a little bag of chocolate. No way. Not going to do it. But there definitely wasn't much here. A lot of empty spots on the bottom, as you see. Not good. Not good. Here we are now at your different broths. I even did get a price there for you so you have an idea of what they are charging here. Campbell's soup did look like there was some shortages. Well, definitely had some shortages in the Campbell's soup. It was pretty picked over, pretty messy over there in the soup section. All right, now here we are at the sugar. The sugar aisle was very out of place. It was very messy, unorganized, crowded. You had sugar on both sides of the aisle. They had sugar going up and down, trying to fill up gaps there. And then if you turned around, you saw rows of sugar. If you notice, there's not very many big bags of sugar left. And I did get some of your smaller bags of flour in there too, and there was some gaps as well. Alright, so here we are now at your oils. There was definitely a lot of gaps in your oils and your vinegar as well. I did go and check for you guys to see where the vinegar here is still standing, and it is still at 5% acidity. I'm not sure if they plan on changing that. I don't know if they're going to. That's just, a rumor that I heard they were going to do like everyone else. So we'll keep an eye on that. But for as of right now, they do still have 5% acidity vinegar. All right, here we are at your lunch meat. Obviously, there are gaps in your lunch meat and plenty of shortages. And to be honest, some might argue and say that it's because school's starting back up. But we've actually had a problem with the lunch meat now for about 2 to 3 years in majority of our stores. Sometimes they will get items back in, but even when they do, there's still shortages. I don't know if they're just not getting it in or what the problem is here. It does look like they tried to cover up some of the areas here by placing sausage here, where when sausage normally goes over with the chicken and the hamburger. But yeah, you can clearly see there's a problem here, and it looks a bit unorganized as well. All right, here we are now at your cracker section. There was definite shortages here, even on the top shelf. And then I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but at a lot of stores, either they have downsized the saltine crackers, or there's only a few. There's definitely a problem with the saltine crackers. It looks like there was some gaps here, but it wasn't too bad with the saltines. But a lot of places don't have a lot of saltine crackers. Right now, here we are at the kids' juices. I wanted to point out that it is back to school. So I'd assume that back to school did contribute here to a lot more shortages in like the Capri Sun. However, I have seen gaps when it comes to the Capri Sun way before that. So there may be an issue with that, or it could just be because it was summertime and kids drink more of those during the summer. I'm not really sure. But the regular size juices, I have definitely seen a problem with those for quite some time now, no matter where you go. And I want you guys to pay attention always to that top shelf there. That's very important to point out, because if you're seeing empty shelves on the top, that means that they have nothing else to put down below when they need to fill in gaps. Alright, I know you guys were all dying to hear about your toilet paper. Well, here it is. There is shortages in the toilet paper and your paper towels. I don't know about you guys, but paper towels and toilet paper have gotten really expensive to the point where you almost don't want to buy it anymore. Paper towels especially. I mean, you go into most places and toilet paper or paper towels will cost you almost $10 for a 6-pack. That is just outrageous to me. I've been washing my hands with a towel, which is probably what I should have been doing anyway. Personal opinion. Maybe not everybody feels that way, but that's okay. I just don't want to pay $10 for a 6-pack of paper towels. Paper towels is more like a luxury item. It's not necessary, but we just want to have it anyway because it's convenient. Well, the price is running convenience right out of me. Alright, here we are now at your fabric softener, your laundry soap, and your bleach. Now, this is the first time I am seeing this, and I just noticed this going through the pictures, that they have some of the fabric locked up in cases now. I don't know. I think that's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm sure they have dishonest people. That's what you get when you own a store. But it's almost like customer service does not matter anymore. The honest people are being punished for some bad actors. So if I want certain fabric beads or softener from here, I'm just going to pass up on it because I'm not going to sit there and wait for a worker to come by and open that for me. Because especially now, since they all got them doing all sorts of different stuff, they're short-handed, it was crazy busy in there. There is no way that I'm going to stand there and wait every time I need something. I mean, I understand there's thieves out there, but you're also giving poor customer service, and you're punishing the honest people. I'm not going to steal your fabric beads, but yet now I have to wait there and stand there like I'm a thief and have you bring it up to the front for me. Not doing it. I'd rather go without. My time is precious too, so is everybody else's. And if I gotta wait for it, then you don't need the money. That's how I see that. But yeah, there was a lot of shortages all over. Laundry soap has been bad everywhere. Right, here we are at the soda, as expected, like usual. At least lately, the soda has definitely seen better days. I was actually surprised here at the liquor section. This is mainly just your beers. There was a lot of shortages in the beer area and a lot of gaps, as you see. But have no fear, there was plenty of Bud Light. So if you run out of options, there you go. Alright, here we are now at your french fries. There was shortages in your french fries, also some gaps, and your tater tots and stuff like that. It wasn't actually too bad here, but there are some issues with your potato products, it does look like. I've seen it worse at other places, so I was actually surprised. Walmart really wasn't that bad. Alright, for your last one here, there was obvious shortages. Once again, pay attention to the top shelf. There was shortages there, and there was also some gaps. And up here for our Walmart here in Las Vegas. I am planning on doing a special once I hit about 50 subscribers, which is take you on a little ride down the Las Vegas Strip. It's one of my more requested things to do. If that is something that you guys would be interested in seeing, please hit the like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you're notified every single time that we upload a video. And please share this out so everybody can stay informed on what's happening. If there is something that you guys would like to share, please go ahead and comment down below or send me an email and let me know. And you never know, it might be featured in one of our videos. If you don't want your name mentioned, please let us know. We won't use your name. We appreciate all the support from all of you guys. I'm gonna go for now. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.